Good morning. I know this is kind of an awkward spot to put you, but I'm gonna try and take you along on a bit of a daily vlog today and see how that goes. I'm just shooting it on my phone because it's more portable and easier to carry around with me. So I'm just getting ready. The boys are going to their grandparents' house today to swim because it's supposed to be really, really hot. And we have to bring our car in to get fixed because the AC is not working. And then I've got some wholesale stuff to work on. I'll start prepping packages from the Watercolor Collective update, and then I want to show you guys the garden. I was just out doing a little bit of front garden work, pulling some weeds, and I use this app called Picture This, I think. So if you don't remember what you planted, you can take a picture on this app and it will tell you what it is, and then it stores it in your garden. I'm really, really excited about some of the things that are growing. And then I'll show you the backyard. The veggies were looking a little bit sad yesterday, so I'm hoping that they come back. My pepper seedlings were doing so good, and then I looked at them yesterday and they just looked so sad, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna head down to the basement and we'll get this day started. Okay, so I'm in the basement, and what I always do to start off is I come into the actual dye room, which is this. And I will just kind of check the pots, see what's gonna need a good rinse, what's ready to be spun. That's looking good. And then before I start that, I have to clear off the dry racks. I'm in the process of a wholesale order, and it's a big one. So it's kind of taking up most of my dye time right now. And I'm trying to coordinate the colors that I'm dyeing, so they all go together. So yesterday was like a blue and teal day and a green day. So these were all of the blues and teals, and then I have to rinse all of the greens, and then today will probably be, I don't even know. It's a big list. I think it's 36 colors. Today's probably going to be a brown. Yep. Brown, and maybe starting into like Anne and Ramble On. So should be fun. So this is everything that I've just rinsed and spun dried. So blue spruce, kindred, fern, juniper, and gold rush. And then these are the blues from yesterday. There's some neutrals. These are some of the newer colors. Some purples, Messy Studio. And then just to show you the not so perfect side of the basement. So this is where I fill pots. Those are all to be filled. That was just the spin dried, and this is our this is the messy side of our basement, which we're gonna tackle this summer. Okay, so I just finished dyeing. Well, kind of. Everything that's left on the burners is on a timer now. I'll have to try and figure out how to flip this around. So this button? No. So yeah, today ended up being a brown day. But I think the colors turned out so pretty. So I'll take another video with this turned around so you can see. So this is Ramble On. And then over here is Anne. And then down here, first one's Gilbert, Cider, and Penny. And then coming back into here, I got all of this scanned, and I think it's so pretty. And all of this is drying, and I'll be good to go again this afternoon. Okay, so we had to bring our car, in for repair, and we just got a call, it's not good, that our entire AC unit needs to pretty much be repaired. So what we thought was only going to be, you know, maybe a couple $100 is going to be much more than that. So we're trying to figure everything out because Nick has a wedding tomorrow, which is really fun. So I'm just checked on the pots again because I had them on timers, and gonna make something to eat, and then maybe I'll do a garden tour. Okay, so I'm outside. Just gonna do a quick check. It looks like things have perked up, and then it looks like things have gotten really sad, which makes me sad, but I'll flip this around and give you a little peek at what I've got going on here. So in this first one, I transplanted some basil, and then back here I've got some cherry tomatoes, and then here I've got early girl tomatoes. They're still looking a little bit sad, but I hope that they kind of bounce back. I did plant, it looks so sad, my peppers, but you can see this one is kind of standing strong, but they're looking a little bit sad, so I don't know. And then back here I've got overbearing strawberries. The animals are always close behind. It looks like somebody's been digging in my pumpkins. I just planted some seeds in these guys here. These will be gray poppies, pearlescent poppies, cornflower. These were my sweet peas, but they're looking really sad right now. So not a lot of success so far in transplanting. This looks like I need to empty that water. We had the sprinkler going last night, so it's a little bit swampy. And those were supposed to be pumpkins, but looks like something's been digging in my pumpkins. So, womp, womp, womp. So we decided, okay, well no, long story short, we had to bring our car in, as I said, for repairs. Which has kind of turned into a little bit of a crap show. And Nick had dropped the boys at his parents' house for a swim while he was trying to figure out the car. We're not going to be able to get the car fixed until tomorrow, so the boys are having an impromptu sleepover. I'm trying to be calm about it because they've never actually slept over at Nick's parents' house before. And this is so last minute. But we went to the garden center. There's a bunch of stuff there, and then the whole trunk of his parents' car is full. So I've got some more plants to add to the garden. I need to be cut off from going to a garden center. It's just so dangerous to walk around. And now Nick's we had grabbed coffee on the way, but he's just grabbing the coffee beans that he paid for and forgot. So we'll go home, we'll try and plant this stuff, and then I'm probably gonna do another round of dyeing later this evening, because tomorrow's gonna be a write-off now. So that is pretty much where we're at right now. Put on a dress, which felt really nice, but it's hot today. It is very hot. And walking around a garden center and in a nursery, it was like extra hot, especially when you have to wear a mask. But when we get back to the house, I'll show you guys everything that we got. Okay, so here's that little garden tour I said I was gonna do. Oops, my finger. So we've grabbed some more peonies. I still have to plant these. And then Nick's laughing at me. Over here, I planted the lilac. We had 4 trees removed in the backyard, so this is a little less shady than we originally thought it was going to be. And then there's a hosta there, and a hosta there, and then some leftover marigolds. We got a hanging basket. There's Nick. We planted these 2 boxes, some flowers. I sprinkled some seeds there. Coming up the driveway here to the front garden. So these hostas are from my mom, my house growing up. This is a climbing hydrangea. I didn't think it was gonna survive from last year, but lots of new growth. I planted some bulbs that I did not think were gonna take. So these will be dahlias. There's another hosta. Those are 3 wildflower buckets. A fox, my lily of the valley, which I planted for my grandma. This is a rose bush that we transplanted from my mom's new house. I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. This guy's a little Japanese lily of the valley bush. Some more hostas because they do really well. And then more hostas. This hosta was, I've actually split this 3 times now. Another rose bush. This one's doing good, so I think this one's gonna make it. I just planted this bleeding hearts. More hostas. Those are old tulips. This is a hydrangea that has done so well this year. Hopefully we'll get some blooms soon. And then another hosta and a really, really sad phlox. And then we've got hanging ferns everywhere.
They did such a nice job on this house here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That concrete work is so nice. It was just like all dug up before. Do the house pretty. It really is pretty.
So this will be my final little chime in for the day probably, but super successful. So I got all of this done, as well as a whole other dye session, because as I said, tomorrow's gonna be a bit of a write-off. So stuff's still going in here. It's very, very humid. So those 2 are cooling, and all of these are still cooking, but I'm really happy with the progress that I got done today. And this was kind of fun. I'll get better at where I'm supposed to look and taking you along and remembering to capture things. But I'll be back soon with another video.